Snow White is actually written by Greta Gerwig, who also wrote Barbie and Lady Bird and Frances Ha, and we've been talking about her a lot recently because of Barbie, but also she's one of my favorite writers and directors. I've liked her since high school, so this pains me because what she is doing with Snow White seems absolutely terrible.
Dude, I trusted you. I trusted her.
Because she's involved, I want to believe that this movie will have some redeeming qualities. Will I actually watch it? Probably not. But I hope that it does for those of you who do watch it. But the lead actresses, Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot, are making it very, very difficult for me to believe that there's anything redeeming about this project whatsoever. Now, I am sure that we have all seen this viral clip, but let's just watch again.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
Oh my God, it's a really incredible story. You're making this girl boss story based on an important father figure. Her father tells her to be brave and strong. Don't you think that there's something redeeming about men in this story? Oh, that just stood out to me. This is the first time I noticed that, even though I've watched this like 6 times now.
It's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Snow White is running for president.
I'm launching my campaign.
I am. Why do they look so smug? They both have that look on their face, just like the feminists, like, yeah, we're so much better than you.
The Snow White rivalry between Brett Cooper and Rachel Zegler has taken a dramatic turn. Cooper, a YouTube sensation, landed the lead role in the Daily Wire's rival adaptation, but was allegedly forced out of the company in a move tied to its rumored financial struggles and CEO Jeremy Boreing's erratic decisions. Despite the controversy, Cooper's portrayal, rooted in the classic tale's original magic, has been widely praised, frustrating Zegler, who faced backlash for her modernized, feminist take. Zegler's fiery criticism of Cooper's adaptation has deepened the divide, turning this into more than just a casting war. It's a full-blown cultural showdown. As audiences embrace Cooper's faithful approach, Disney's revisionist take continues to spark controversy. With the Daily Wire's internal drama adding fuel to the fire, the battle over Snow White is just beginning. The question remains, did Disney go too far, or is Cooper delivering the version fans truly want? Buckle up. This fight is far from over. The drama surrounding Brett Cooper's Snow White role deepens as the Daily Wire reportedly faces major financial turmoil. Insiders claim CEO Jeremy Boreing has resorted to drastic measures, allegedly bugging offices, in a desperate bid to contain the crisis. As Cooper steps into her new role in a rival Snow White production, the timing of this upheaval raises serious questions. Could these tensions impact her transition, or will they—
Really the one in that trailer, and I'm still like so excited and I get chills. There I am, Gary, there I am! The whole thing is just so cool. The moment when the music starts to crescendo as I turn around, when I first heard the music, I was like, stop right there. That's just so amazing. Funnily enough, I recorded the song without hearing the rest of the trailer's score, so I had no idea what it would sound like. I had no idea what Jeremy and his team were envisioning, and he was actually writing the song and writing the music in between takes while he was directing Pendragon. And we were texting back and forth trying to figure out the right key and what it was going to sound like, and he was sending me messages like, I'm so sorry, I'm in the middle of, a glacier valley in Italy, and my songs aren't going through, but we figured it out.
And I saw myself on screen and I just wanted to throw up. I was so happy about it. And it was the most incredible experience. And the fan reaction was insane. We didn't even see what they were clapping for. I think it was good. I don't know.
Sizzle. We didn't see anything.
Further cement her as a rising star in Hollywood's culture war. Meanwhile, the Daily Wire's entertainment ambitions hang in the balance. With Cooper's faithful adaptation gaining traction, can the company survive its internal chaos and remain a cultural powerhouse? Let's break down what really happened at first glance. This may seem like a simple clash of creative visions, but a deeper look reveals something more. Rachel Zegler's reaction appears less about storytelling principles and more about public perception. Once hailed as Disney's rising star, Zegler now faces a reputational crisis after dismissing the original Snow White, alienating lifelong fans. Enter Brett Cooper, an outsider from a politically charged platform who has embraced the role with genuine enthusiasm, striking a chord with audiences craving authenticity. As Cooper's buzz grows, Zegler's criticisms feel less like artistic discourse and more like a desperate attempt to reclaim.
I'm a narcissist. Original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
Okay.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird. And then it became like, I will elbow everyone out of the way to play the part. That people will assume is a love story just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie, Andrew Burnap. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby. I say, if I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online. And we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
I mean, a couple of things. Obviously, dude, so much has gone on. Trailers have come out. Like, that's crazy pants. Are you kidding me? I'm like, I never want it to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have. I can also be having the greatest time and simultaneously wishing people would stop sending me death threats.
Right. Every time that a celebrity gets like one DM that says KYS, they're like, I'm getting death threats. Someone save me, but not a prince. Don't
Anybody but a prince.
Don't you dare save me.
She like when somebody, she's like, I'm getting these death threats, and the cops were like, well, save yourself. Like,
yeah, you're a girl boss, aren't you?
I saw that interview. Save yourself. You'll be fine.
What is this movie all about? Like, what started it off? Where did you get the first idea for it? And what are you hoping to accomplish with this one?
So we got the idea for it literally the day that Rachel Zegler did an interview in which she said that she hated the original Snow White and wanted to rip the guts out of it.
Weird.
And then Disney released those ridiculous cast photos of dwarves that were not dwarves, the multiracial, multi-ethnic, tall people and one dwarf. This is how we make decisions at the Daily Wire. I literally just emailed that to my business partner, Jeremy Boring. And I was like, we should do something like this. And Jeremy's like, okay, we're just going to make Snow White, but we're going to do it to all the specs, with music, with singing, with the original storyline in classic fashion that imbibes from the original well of the values. Specifically because if Disney wants to cede that field to us, we'd be fools not to take it. And we're kind of shocked by the fact that no other studio
expected the reaction that came with the Disney version of Snow White. There's certainly been people who have been less enthusiastic about the live-action remakes they've done. I'm definitely one of them. It was very much a case of, okay, here comes another one. Then they cast Rachel Zegler as Snow White, and you think, okay, well, it's a race swap of the character, and it seems a bit nonsensical given the nature of the Germanic legend. But okay, fine.
And the name of the movie, and the plot of the movie. And
exactly.
The fact that, if you want, like, I don't care about the skin color of the characters, but when the literal line from the movie is skin as white as snow,
yeah,
and that's why her name is Snow White.
Relevance. Zegler's portrayal, already criticized as overly modernized and disconnected from Snow White's roots, contrasts starkly with Cooper's faithfulness to the classic tale. While Zegler dismisses traditional storytelling as outdated, Cooper represents a counter-movement that honors timeless narratives. The rivalry is clear, but Zegler's insecurity may be fueling her attacks, especially given her admission that she barely watched the original film and hated it. Instead of engaging in a meaningful discussion on creative direction, Zegler has turned to undermining Cooper's version. Ironically, this has only strengthened Cooper's position as a champion for fans who feel modern Hollywood has lost its way. Now, the real question, is this simply a battle over artistic vision, or is Zegler scrambling to maintain relevance as the spotlight shifts? Rachel Zegler's portrayal of Snow White has faced intense backlash due to her dismissive comments about the 1937 Disney classic, calling it outdated and criticizing its themes. Her reimagined version removes Prince Charming and the Seven Dwarfs, replacing them with a feminist narrative and magical bandits, which has alienated Disney's core audience. The controversy grew so intense that Disney delayed the film's release to 2025, with speculation that changes were being made to avoid a box office disaster. Meanwhile, Brett Cooper's rival film, Snow White and the Evil Queen, embraces the original fairy tale, featuring a traditional Snow White and Prince Charming. Fans have rallied around Cooper's version, praising it as a faithful adaptation, which has only amplified the criticism against Zegler. Cooper's performance, rooted in classic storytelling, has been viewed as a stark contrast to Zegler's modernized take, making the Disney version look even less appealing. Beyond the Snow White debate, Cooper has also made headlines for her departure from the Daily Wire, sparking speculation about behind-the-scenes drama. Despite this, she has received numerous opportunities in the entertainment industry, cementing her rising influence. Zegler's criticisms of the original film, combined with Cooper's reverent approach, have created a cultural clash. Fans who feel Hollywood has strayed too far from traditional storytelling see Cooper's version as a much-needed return to authenticity, leaving Zegler increasingly defensive and overshadowed.